The silent killer. It doesn't adequately notify the victim before attacking. Hypertension. The silent killer. My name is Pharmacist Cav, and today we have a guest in the house in person of
Pharmacist Michael.
You're welcome, Pharmacist Michael. Let's dive into what hypertension is. Pharmacist Michael, please can you help us with what hypertension is?
Okay, hypertension is a disease condition in which there is elevated blood pressure above 140/90 millimeter mercury.
Okay, thank you so much for that definition. So, Pharmacist Michael, how can someone know that is hypertensive, or what are the symptoms of hypertension?
Hypertension usually doesn't give any sign, although there are two signs that when it has progressed, which is headache and nose bleeding, though it can give you other signs, is asymptomatic. That is one of the reasons that is being nicknamed the silent killer. It doesn't give you any sign. It can just come, pick you, and send you to the other side.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So it simply means that you can be hypertensive for a very long period of time, but you won't know. So I want to encourage you viewers out there to always check your blood pressure to ascertain exactly whether you are hypertensive or not. Do that as frequent as possible. I believe most of the pharmacy around, they do that free of charge, and most of the hospitals are around, they also do that free of charge. So I encourage you to imbibe that habit of checking your blood pressure regularly, because that is one of the major ways you can actually detect or suspect that you are hypertensive. So going to the next question, Pharmacist Michael, are there things that one can do or one does to expose that person to the risks of developing this disease, hypertension?
Yes, there are certain things that when you do that you increase your risk of being hypertensive.
Okay.
Like when you take food that are high in sodium.
Okay.
Sodium is the table salt.
Okay.
So when you do that, your sodium in the your table salt that is that is available in the market increases your blood pressure.
Okay.
Another thing that can also risk you to high blood pressure is smoking. Another thing is taking food that are high in fat, because most of those food that you take that are maybe fried or whatever, the oil in it clogs the vessels of the heart when they are not being digested properly by your body.
Because it's
So
atherosclerosis.
atherosclerosis, yes. So
Okay.
it can is a risk factor there. So the other risk factors to it, but these are one of the most common one that can. Another, okay, obesity also. Obesity, when someone is overweight, it kind of is a risk factor. So if you know that you're overweight, go and check your blood pressure, because obesity is one of the major risk factor. Also even diabetes, because diabetes, the way it risks someone to hypertension is the sugar, the high glucose level kind of makes the arteries of the heart to be rigid, so predisposing the person to high blood pressure.
Okay. Thank you very much. So there is this question I want to ask. Is genetic also a risk factor? Because some persons will be like, okay, all these things I'm not exposed. I don't have any of these risk factors. I'm not obese. I don't smoke. I don't take alcohol. I eat healthy, but I still develop my blood pressure is constantly high. So is genetic also a risk factor for
Yes.
for hypertension?
Okay, genetics plays a very crucial role, because one of the risk factor that I didn't mention was genetics. If you know that your mom, your mom, or anyone in your family has it, you could be at risk of it, because it's being passed down. There are some genes that are being passed down from the carrier to the offspring. So that is one of also the risk factor. those gene are like kind of mutation that occurs in the gene. So when the parent has it, there is a high chance, even if he doesn't pass it to the immediate offspring, the next one can pick up that gene and be hypertensive.
Okay, okay. Thank you very, very much for the enlightenment. Okay, so with the enlightenment given to us by pharmacist Michael, I believe we all know what hypertension is now, and the things that predisposes you to developing this hypertension. So I will. Is there any, pharmacist Michael? Is there any word of advice you can give to the viewers out there on what and what to do to avoid developing this ailment called hypertension?
Okay. The advice that I will give to the viewers are to exercise regularly, eat healthy, reduce your sodium intake, reduce your salt intake. Stay away from food that contains saturated fat. That is your shawarma and the rest that has high level of saturated fat. Also, there are certain fruits that you take, like there's been a research in UNN about hibiscus tea in helping to reduce blood pressure. So it has been proven that zobo, your hibiscus tea, is used to reduce blood pressure. So if you're having doubts or you want to get other information about it, you can go online and read about it. The research has been published. So also try and reduce anything that will give you anxiety. Try as much as possible to reduce anything that gives you that increases your
Stress
anxiety,
level.
your stress level.
Okay.
So when you do that, you have a high chance of not being hypertensive.
Okay. Thank you very much, pharmacist Michael. So at least even if you don't pick anything, me I don't pick zobo. I dey go shop now, I dey go supermarket now, go buy my own zobo. Okay, so thank you very much, pharmacist Michael, for honoring our invitation and being on this show today to tell us about hypertension and how to prevent and your advices. Thank you so much. And then viewers out there, I will encourage you people. I'm always advocating for constant and frequent vital signs checking, especially checking of your blood pressure. Thank you so much, pharmacist Michael. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, viewers. I remain pharmacist Scarf.
I'm Fan Michael.
Thank you so much. Keep on watching Pharmacist Scarf TV for more medical updates. Like, share, comment, and follow all my social media handles, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Cheers. Have a great day.